A Cajun night before Christmas. The stolen gumbo, the Gator Sleigh, and the spirit that saved the Bayou. This is no ordinary Christmas Eve tale, y'all. Down here in the Bayou, we got a story of mischief, gumbo thieves, and a Christmas miracle so strange it left the whole town talkin'. Sit back and let me tell ya about the night when Papa Noel had to set things right and the lesson he left behind for all of us. The setting. Bayou Lafitte, Louisiana. Christmas Eve. It was Christmas Eve in Bayou Lafitte, a little Cajun town hidden among the cypress trees and Spanish moss. Every year, the townsfolk celebrated with a grand Christmas feast, where the biggest pot of Mama Delphine's famous gumbo would simmer all night. But this year, rumors were buzzing. Someone planned to steal the gumbo. Nobody knew who, but folks were on high alert. Mama Delphine's gumbo was the pride of the Bayou. Her secret family recipe was said to bring good luck and warmth to all who tasted it. Scene 1. The gumbo theft. The camera opens with a close-up of Mama Delphine, stirring her big pot of gumbo over an open fire under a sprawling cypress tree decorated with colorful lights. The rich aroma fills the air, and the townsfolk eagerly await their first bowls. Now, Mama Delphine's gumbo wasn't just any old gumbo. This was a recipe passed down from generations, known to bring folks together and warm even the coldest hearts. As Mama Delphine hums a Christmas tune, the camera shifts to a shadowy figure lurking near the pot, his eyes gleaming with mischief. He's Bobby Jean Boudreau, a known troublemaker, and he's got his eyes on the gumbo. Not everyone in Bayou Lafitte respected the holiday spirit. Bobby Jean Boudreau had a plan to swipe the gumbo and serve it at his own house, hoping to win back friends he'd lost through a string of bad decisions. Bobby Jean sneaks closer, waiting for the moment when Mama Delphine turns away. He quickly ladles a huge portion of gumbo into his pot and sneaks off into the woods. Mama Delphine, turning back, gasping, "Well, I'll be, someone done stole my gumbo." The townsfolk gasp, looking around to see who the culprit might be, murmuring in shock and outrage. Scene 2. The spirit of Papa Noel. The scene shifts to the swamp, where Bobby Jean stirs his stolen gumbo, a smug grin on his face. The camera zooms in on his cooking pot, which bubbles a little too aggressively as if to warn him. But there was one thing Bobby Jean didn't count on: Papa Noel, the Cajun Christmas spirit, who watched over the swamp and saw all the goings-on in the bayou. And this Christmas Eve, Papa Noel was none too pleased. A strong breeze rustles through the trees, and a mysterious, glowing figure appears, drifting toward Bobby Jean's campfire. It's Papa Noel, a tall, bearded man in red, but instead of reindeer, he's got a team of gators decked out in festive lights and bells. Papa Noel, Bobby Jean, you think you can steal from your own people and not pay a price? Christmas is 'bout givin', not talkin'. I'll be teachin' you a lesson you won't soon forget. Bobby Jean, startled, drops his ladle and stares in horror as Papa Noel's gators growl and circle him. Bobby Jean, stammering, "Papa Noel, I didn't mean no harm. I just wanted folks to like me again." Papa Noel, sternly, "True kindness don't come from stealin', boy. Tonight, you'll make this right." With a wave of Papa Noel's hand, a gust of wind blows out Bobby Jean's fire, leaving him shivering in the dark, surrounded by Papa Noel and his glowing gators. Scene 3. The big reveal and redemption. The scene returns to the town square, where Mama Delphine has a small pot left simmering for the remaining townsfolk. They huddle around, trying to keep warm and wondering who stole the gumbo. Suddenly, Papa Noel's Gator Sleigh glides into the square, with Bobby Jean in the back, holding a pot of gumbo with a sheepish expression. Papa Noel brought Bobby Jean back to the heart of the bayou to face the folks he'd wronged. But instead of punishment, Papa Noel had something else in mind. Bobby Jean climbs out of the sleigh, carrying the pot of gumbo, and looks around at the townsfolk, who are staring in shock and confusion. Bobby Jean, clearing his throat, I stole Mama Delphine's gumbo. Thought I could serve it up for myself and make some friends. But that's no way to earn respect." Mama Delphine steps forward, her face a mix of anger and pity. "Mama Delphine. Son, this here gumbo is meant to be shared, not stolen. You want to make things right? Serve it up to everyone who's here, with your own 2 hands." Bobby Jean nods, setting down the pot. He begins ladling out bowls of gumbo, handing them to the townsfolk one by one, with an apologetic look in his eyes. It's a mighty brave thing, owning up to what ya did wrong. Bobby Jean learned that night that respect isn't something you steal, it's something you earn by doing right by others. Scene 4. The Christmas Feast and Forgiveness. The scene fades to the town square, now filled with warm, cheerful light as folks enjoy their gumbo together. Papa Noel watches from a distance, nodding in approval as Bobby Jean humbly serves the last bowl of gumbo and Mama Delphine pats him on the back. And so, the spirit of Christmas returned to Bayou Lafitte, bringing folks together in forgiveness and joy. Even Bobby Jean, once a troublemaker, found a place among his friends and family again. Papa Noel turns to his gators, who snap their jaws playfully, ready to take him on his way. Papa Noel, smiling. This bayou might be a wild place, but kindness and forgiveness will always keep it together. He steps onto his sleigh, and with a whistle, the gators pull him across the water, disappearing into the misty night. Bobby Jean's tale is a reminder that the holidays aren't about what we take or even what we receive, they're about the spirit we share. So next time you feel tempted to take a shortcut, remember that kindness and honesty are the best gifts you can give. If you loved this Cajun Christmas story and want more tales from the Bayou, hit that like button and subscribe to Tales of the Lost Bayou 15 meters. There's always a lesson hidden in the swamp, and you don't want to miss it. The camera fades to black, leaving only the sound of the gentle bayou and a faint, ho, 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 from Papa Noel echoing in the distance. This Cajun Christmas tale combines tradition, humor, and a touch of mystery, delivering an important lesson in an entertaining, bayou-flavored package that viewers won't forget.